Yes, indeed, powerful people. This is another episode of Breaking the Machine. I'm your host, Ahmad the Poet, alongside my partner, Spank the Bank.
What up, though?
And today we be taking another incremental step in shifting the culture. How you doing today, my brother?
I'm feeling good, man. Just listen to that Supreme Wisdom by Nas on the way here, so shit, I'm lifted right now.
You looking at the supporter question they were sending in?
Yeah, that's what I'm definitely looking at.
Yeah, we gonna get to it, man. But I want to talk about the obvious, man. I know people who listening to this new episode, they already know what's going on in the news, man. The whole Will Smith, Chris Rock situation, right? And I was gonna do a video on it.
Your wife name what? Out my fucking mouth.
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah,
right?
something like
and
that.
I was gonna talk about it when it first happened, like maybe the next day, but I ended up not doing it just because I was seeing so many different storylines and I'm seeing so many different people comment on it. It kind of got annoying to me at a point. It's just like my personal stance on it was like, man, if you did it, cool. If you didn't do it, cool. Ain't really no right or wrong when it come to that.
And everybody that you seen comment want to be right.
Exactly. Everybody who was commenting was trying to be right, and they wasn't even worried about the situation. The situation is now bigger than the actual situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I want to break it down. Like, we're going to touch on it, but we're going to do it like a case study. You know what I'm saying? And break down the different aspects and how it applies to normal life. I don't want to touch about the actual incident of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock or whether that's real or not. Because it's kind of irrelevant to me, man. And I'm just saying so many people this and now. Oh, and his wife didn't deserve to be defended because she didn't deserve defense. She did this, and that.
They said she playing the strings behind everything.
Like, yeah, and a whole bunch of stuff. And it's so many different case studies, man. So we gonna get into it, but I wanted to start off with the general question of what's something that triggers you. Like, you know, like, what's one of those things that triggers you? Because I know you got triggers, I got triggers, man. But what's some of those things that trigger you, man?
I'm gonna go from a relationship standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Well, talk to me like I'm stupid. That triggers the fuck out of me. Like, just talk to me in a type of way. Like, what? Who the fuck you talking to? Like, who the heck you talking to? You know what I'm saying? That what triggers me. That's really it. What about you?
Racism. Racism is probably one of the biggest things that triggers me. We had this conversation the other day, and I was just telling you, like, racism has always been something that triggers me. A little bit less now than before, but it still does trigger me. Before, it was, like, uncontrollable. Like, if somebody say something racist to me or try to debate with me about a racist topic, I would just go there every time, and I just lose control. You know, and I was kind of losing my control last week. I mean, I wasn't really losing it, but I was really animated. But I think that's one of the things that really gets me out of my character. And people questioning my manhood, you know?
Okay, that's one.
People questioning my manhood, and that's something that triggers me, and I feel like that was probably something that was going on with that situation. The reason I say that is just because it's kind of like that, you know, that Will Smith Tupac dynamic, right? You got this brother who, you know, he's a solid brother, but he ain't no gangster, you know what I'm saying? At least outwardly to the world. He know how to carry himself in a different type of way. Yeah. And that comes with a stigma, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of experienced that growing up. It's just like, man, I'm not trying to put on a front of something that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be no gangster to beat your ass. Like, and I never felt like I did. But I don't know, sometimes that, you know, that
masculinity. Well, a lot of men don't know how to. It just goes back to single family homes. You know, a lot of men feel like to be tough, you gotta be, you know, this hardcore guy, this wannabe thug that you see on TV that they're acting to be. They're not really being it. You know, and people are like that in the streets. They most likely a bitch. So.
Hey, man, I love the maturity, man. I love the maturity.
Yeah, pretty much a bitch.
Yeah, man. I think in order to really look at the situation, we have to remove ourselves from social constructs. I'm looking at people like, oh, man, he had the Oscars. He did that. So you think rich people is more moral than people who don't have money or all this other? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense to me.
I mean, I just
like
feel
rich people are supposed to be more moral.
I'm just telling you this, man. When I seen Dave, I was really watching what people were saying. The more I watch people talk, the more ignorant and immature I realize our society is.
Yeah. That's what that's all I pulled from the whole situation. I think it's really about us being more mature in our understanding of things, man. Like, I was watching a video by Dr. Umar, and he was talking about women bashing women. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she carries herself in this type of way. She doesn't deserve defense. A lot of us don't deserve a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? If we be honest, like a lot of people in every community, because I don't want to stigmatize our community, we carry ourselves in ways that would not allow us to receive a certain type of respect, certain type of love, reverence, all these different things. But we give it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of how his wife might carry herself, she still deserves to be able to be defended and respected. You know? Because I used to play that. You know, growing up, it's like, okay, these are the type of people who deserve respect. These are the type of people who don't deserve respect. But
we all do.
We all deserve respect, man. I mean, we all do.
It's still funny, bro, when I think of it in my head. Like, he really walked up and just smacked that man. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't know. It's not that big of a deal to me. It happens all the time.
It does,
bro.
though. Like I said, having like, family functions all the time.
It's like, bro, who cares? Yeah, a man slapped another man. Cool. Who cares? Like,
I just think Will is. I feel like Will carried Richard into real life. I feel like as being an actor myself, sometimes you can be in a role for so long, bro, and not knowing it. And I feel like he was still in the Richard role, and that protection and stuff that he had in Richard brought into real life. I feel like it's just he was overwhelmed, man. You could tell he's struggling with trying to keep on a smile. He's tired of hearing the jokes. He's tired of people just talking, because that's all people want to freaking do is talk, man. Talk, run their freaking mouth. You know, and that's why it be days when it be like, I don't even want to speak. You know, I just rather just sit back. But, man, everybody just want to talk and be right. And it's so toxic. It just show you how toxic the world is, how toxic people's mind is. People are ready to laugh. People are ready for you to fail. You know what? I'm thriving off that. I want you to see me mess up. I want you to. I want you to talk to me. I want you to talk bad to me, because I'm going to use that fire. I'm going to use that fire. And Will going to do the same thing, bro. He going to use that fire and come back. Him and Chris Rock going to use that fire and come back 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all at where y'all at.
And that's something I pulled from it as well. Something that I found interesting. It's like all the people who came out saying like they don't like Will Smith. I'm like, damn, it's like an army of people who don't like Will Smith. Like, damn. Will Smith. And before then, nobody had nothing to say. But then it's one moment where he makes a mistake, and now everybody want to come out the woodwork. Like, it make me think about who waiting to say some shit about me.
Oh, that's why I said,
you know
bro.
What I'm saying?
I can't. Yeah,
I told you.
I told you it wouldn't work. I told you what you're doing. Yeah. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. You right. And I'm gonna use that fire you told me and keep it going, bro. So what? It's part of the game. It's part of the game. If I stay in, if I sit in hell, I'm gonna stay there, and I don't want to stay there. So hey, okay, I'm gonna get out of it. It's part of the game, you know. Just read. I ain't gonna lie. This book got me. It's called Unforgiveness, Greatness, Winning by Tim Grover, man. It just got my mind like, but it's part of the game, bro. It's wins and losses. It's easy being a loser, bro, because oh, I go through that too. Oh, you go through that too. Oh, okay, I go through that too. Oh, yeah, I can't do that too. It's easy to stay there. Yeah. It's easy to stay there. Yeah. But when you come out of that, damn, you this and you that. Man, so what, bro? I got it out of there. You know, when they're gonna be like, oh, I'll take one of y'all. Oh, you keep the rest, loser. It's like heaven and hell. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna take this righteous one. Oh, you keep the rest of them. They ain't gonna want to come here up and be righteous. It's the same thing, bro. And that's all that's all I'm really seeing. You seeing the weak and the strong. You seeing who want to stay a loser and who want to stay a winner. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, and that's crazy, because that's literally what I'm. Bro, people really. I don't want to say people hate on you when you winning, but
yeah, they do.
It feel that way. You know what I'm saying? It feel that way.
Why he got that?
Everybody, you know, because we have so many people on here, and they like, hey, man, project the things that you want to see in the world. So I don't want to say that that's how it is, but it's kind of like you said, it's what I'm seeing. Yeah. But I want to say that that's not everybody. You know, that's just what we focusing on right now. But my thing is, man, it's just like, that's really what it is. Like, everybody want to really just relate about the things that we losing on, but once you start winning, nobody really got nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to talk about winning. Nobody want to talk about really staying committed to things. And that's one of the biggest things that I don't want to say annoys me, but it really takes away from my spirit just being around people who just can't commit to something. Like, man, why can't you commit? Like, yeah, it's hard, and then everybody got a million excuses why they can't commit. Like, I understand it. I respect your struggle. I respect the things that you've been through in life that got you here, the things that's holding you back, and it's a cycle, bro. It's really just like cycles in time that constantly keep you at phase 1 so you can't get to phase 2. Well, I rack up $1,000 and then something hit. It's always going to hit, man. You never going to get a cycle where that one thing don't come in at the end and bring you down to 0. It's just you to decide, like, listen, am I going to react the same way I did the 100th time like I did the first time, or am I going to react a different way? You know what I'm saying? Or am I going to put something in place to make sure that I'm able to move the next time something hits like this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We react in the same way, and it's just like, man, I be hearing people making excuses, and that's one of the biggest things that always annoy me.
That's a trigger for me.
Even with this show, man, it's so much stress and different things that take to put out the product. You know what I'm saying? To put out the product, and I don't make excuses, man. I really don't make excuses. Like, whatever it is required to do this or do that, I just do it, and then it's done. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I be irritated by people making excuses, but I am compassionate to people's feelings and different things. But it's just like, what do you want? Do you know what you asking for?
You want a cookie?
You know what I'm saying? Do you know what you asking for? You asking, I want this, I want greatness. People be telling me they want all these abundant things, but you ain't ready to go. You ain't ready to fight for this shit. You got to go into the battlefield to get this shit, man.
It's easier to talk it than do it.
Yes.
For some people. But to be honest, it's easier to do it than talk it.
Man, some people don't want to talk it or do it, man.
And that's fine, bro. I don't care. I don't care. I worry about, I'm battling me. So, I don't care, bro. I don't care. I do not care. I do not care. I do not care.
I say, I do care. I do care a lot. Because I was talking to my little brother and I was explaining to him last time he was back in town. I sat down and I was talking to him, and then I was just telling him, like, man, I feel like I'm fighting the world by myself in a way. You know, I gave him the analogy. I said, I feel like, you know, we inside a house and it's a pack of wolves outside. You know what I'm saying? And somebody got to fight these wolves off so we can, you know, continue to live our life, so we can move through this land, you know?
Yeah.
But nobody out there helping me fight these wolves, you know? So I'm out there fighting these wolves by myself while everybody in the house safe. And when I say by the time I come back in the house to get y'all, I'm going to become an animal myself. You know, I've been out there fighting these wolves for so many years. Now I've become an animal.
Yeah, man.
When we could have defeated them so easily had y'all came out there and we fought as a pack together. But I fought these animals. I'm fighting these demons. I'm fighting all these different things out here, all these different conglomerates and these bills and all type of stuff that we could have destroyed easily together. But you made me do it alone. So now when I come back, I feel like I'm an animal. And that's why I care about other people's grind, because I still want to love you when I come back in the house. I don't want to be an animal when I come back in that house. So me looking at you and saying, hey, man, I'm monitoring your grind. I want you to grind harder is me saying, when I come back in this house, I want it to be love in this house and me not to resent you for not grinding with me. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing. I do look at it, but it's like, yeah, I couldn't care. And I could just say, you know what? I don't care. But at the end of the day, when I get it, I'm going to show you I don't really care because you didn't care for it. So how can I share it like I care? You know what I'm saying? Like once you get this $1 million, how can you really share it in a way like that? You always going to be resentful because you could have just helped me beat this shit and we could have built this shit together.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
That's part of the game too. And I think you're going to have to go back to...
Bro, we exceptional, bro.
No, I mean, because I've been through it. You feel me? Like, as I look at who I... Because I definitely feel like I became an animal. You know what I'm saying? Like that analogy that you broke down. Man, the best way is just network with people around that has the same mindset so you don't feel like an animal. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it's okay to feel that way. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's the fuel. That's the fuel that keeps it going. You know?
It is, man, but it's really like... Once it turns on, you really can't decide when you turn it off.
I mean, that's what that's what something comes and I guess humbles you for a second, and sit you down and reflect. Sometimes
if you can reconnect and humble, because sometimes you can't.
You can. It depends if you catch. It depends. Like sometimes you got to say no. All right, I got to sit back. Sometimes we fall and hurry up and get back up. You know, I think that's one of my biggest problems. I fall, I'm ready to get back up. No, let's sit and analyze what can I do to make sure this don't happen again, or to make sure I go to the next level. So sometimes you might be an animal for a second, but when something comes hit you, and you just pay attention, like, all right, what can I do to erase the animal? Do I got to go away for a couple months or a couple weeks? You know what I'm saying? It's just really about just refocusing.
I think the hardest one, something that's really unsettling with me, is people who accept the rule when I only accept the exception. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about, like, man, that's the game. You just said that's the game, man. It come with the game. Yeah. But I never accepted that. It's certain people who don't accept the rules, who don't accept the game, say this is the way it is. We're gonna be broke forever. So when you're dealing with someone, when you're dealing with somebody who don't accept shit like that, you want everybody else around to not accept that. Oh, well, I'm gotta be exceptional, but the people around me, they gonna accept what it is. They not gonna want to grind with me. No, I don't accept that shit either. Yeah. But it's not really up to me to tell them what they going and will not accept. I mean, but it does hurt me when they don't.
It does
want to go above and beyond.
That's why I say you gotta go back to I don't care. I don't have time to dwell on that, because it will drive you crazy. Trust me, I know. I've been there. Still, I'm coming out of it. So I don't care. It is what it is. You're gonna see the fruit of my labor. I mean, bro, it is what it is. It sucks. It hurts, especially for me. I come from a big family, but all I can really say, it is what it is. I can't help you see what I see. You can't see my vision. One day, hopefully, you do come and ask me. You know what I'm saying? That's why certain things, how I think now is, damn, how the hell you transformate your body? Well, you gotta do what I do, or follow the same things. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's about the vision, but it's more about living in the vision.
Yeah, living in it. Yeah,
you know, it's
you gotta live it.
It's cool if you don't see it. It's cool if you don't help me, but you can't live in it if you didn't help me build this shit. That's kind of, and you can. But do you really want love, or do you want what Nikki Giovanni and what James Baldwin was taught? You know, hush now, we'll speak later. You know, I got some shit in me that I haven't expressed to you, but I'm gonna give you a smile because it makes you feel good when you come home. But I'm not really being authentic. I didn't tell you, hey man, when I needed help moving that couch last week, it would have really helped me out if you would have came outside and helped me push it, moving into the house. But instead, it's like, hey, I don't care. Hey, I don't care if they help me. I don't care if they don't. But then after enough times, we sitting on this couch, I'm still thinking about how I moved this motherfucker in this house by myself. You know what I'm saying? And that resentment builds over time.
No, you right.
You know, and I'm not saying it's a right or wrong, because I do feel like saying I don't care sometimes is warranted, but then other times it's like, if we gonna be connected for life, if we family, you know what I'm saying, if we building something that's gonna change generations, man, I'm telling you, what we do right now is gonna mean something. You know,
Kevin Durant went to the Warriors for a reason.
Yeah, you ain't. I mean, well, he wanted something. You know, he wanted something that he couldn't get somewhere else. And
it was kind of easier. I got 2 shooters. So when I drive, I can kick it out to Clay, kick it out to Steph. Man, life is about make shit. Work smarter, not harder. You know, that was the difference between Kobe and Jordan. Jordan worked smarter than Kobe. Kobe just worked harder. That's part of the game, man. That's why I be like, I can care less. I can really care less. You know, I'm just worried about, my mindset now is building the right team around me, building the right people, or partnershiping with the right people, like, because we're all servants to others. So how can I use you to help me build this 4 unit right here? You know what I'm saying? It's people. It's like-minded people all through the world. I ain't got time to dwell on people that's not like-minded in my village, because I can create it on my own.
But it's hard to work with people you don't care about.
So, like, what you mean?
Sometimes you want your people to be the people that you work with in this circle that you build. You want it to be with people that you really love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can get him on your team and he the best realtor in the city, but that's not your homeboy you grew up who do his realtor work. But he not as sharp as old boy, but you love dude because y'all grew up together. But you can't put him in position because he not willing to work like the dudes you don't care about.
Yeah.
The dude you don't care about willing to work harder for you than your homeboy who grew up with you. And y'all say y'all trying to build. But love don't help building. Love don't always build shit the right way.
I mean,
you know, it's about commitment. Are you committed? You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody don't want to commit, man.
And that's fine. I'm not about to dwell on it.
It is fine as long as we not living in the same kingdom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even when we living in the same kingdom. I'm not letting you mess up none of my energy. You don't have no control over me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just at a different.
It's always gonna mess up your energy if y'all got to be in the same. Proximity,
you're right.
If y'all got to be in the same proximity. The only way to fully embrace what you're saying is to fully separate.
Yeah, that's isolation.
And I'm talking about the situations that I'm dealing with in my personal life. It's people I can't separate from. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Like,
and I'm in the same position. Nobody ain't doing this and ain't doing that. I ain't, it's just,
I'm in the same position. I'm in the same position, but at the same time, you have to isolate. It's gonna drive you crazy. I hear you. I'm trying to tell you what slowed me down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you this from like a experience. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to separate. It's like, it is what it is. If Michael Jordan didn't go take 100 shots 3 o'clock in the morning while everybody sleep, he wouldn't make that game winning shot at 7 o'clock at night in front of live fans. So I mean, you got to.
Or pass it to Steve Kerr.
Or pass it to Steve Kerr. You know, whatever. But you got to separate. It's part of the game, and everybody ain't gonna understand. You're gonna lose people on this journey. Just coming from my experience, it's hard to let people go. Trust me, I'm a loving person. I'm a very loving person. You got to slowly do it. You can't just rush and do it, but just slowly do it.
People talking about Will Smith and breaking points. You know, he reached his breaking point.
He did.
What's something that gets you to a breaking point, or a time that you feel like you reached your breaking point?
My cousin wedding. I did the same thing. I ain't smacked nobody, but I snapped. My breaking point was basically what you talking about. My cousin wedding in 2020. That's when I was really into my spirituality journey. Really into my financial literacy journey, and I was reading all these books and watching all these YouTube videos. I was really in. I was fast, and I was really down the rabbit hole. And like, sometimes my family can be very negative, so we taking pictures. Well, it was before that. So one of my cousins, I was in the wedding, like I'm one of the groomsmen. So one of my cousins, he was like, he was talking about me hosting. Like, man, that shit easy. All you do is host in front of a whole bunch of drunk people. That hit me, because it's like, nigga, if it's so easy, why you ain't doing it? If this shit's so easy. So I was pissed already, and mind you, I ain't even eat this day. This one I really was fasting, like I ain't even eat this day, and
so you charged up.
Yeah, I was pissed from that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like,
and you fasting, so it just make it worse.
Yeah, so as I'm thinking about, I'm like, damn, bro, I wish I could have just let that shit go. But he say so much negative shit, it just got under my skin. So we in the back taking pictures. So my sister already know. My sister have anxiety attacks and shit, so she go through things. And she was taking our pictures. And this is my, like, Drew is my nigga. You feel me? That's like my right, like he my cousin, but that's my dog. You feel me? And he was like, I snapped on him out of all people. You know what I'm saying? That shit was kind of crazy, but it wasn't really towards him. It was towards his brother. But it was just fuck everybody at that moment. But he was telling my sister, man, you a bad photographer. You a bad photographer. I said, no, she a fucking good photographer. And everybody was like, what? I just lost it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, we always negative. I'm learning about positivity, how to speak, you know, breath in people's life, you know, how to speak, you know, just power into people. I'm like, bro, we always, I'm just pissed the fuck off. Everybody, I snap, and people already think I'm crazy and shit, you know what I'm saying, in the family. So it was just like, I just snapped at my cousin wedding, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this legit his fucking wedding. I just fucking snapped. And like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm just all over the place. I can't remember. It's just crazy. I got a picture on my phone, like a boomerang on my phone. When you see me start snapping, you know what I'm saying? I didn't need to post that shit. But when you see me start snapping, and I just lost in my home, my other cousin Keith had to calm me down. He was like, I understand. You know, I was holding a lot of shit in because we was taught certain ways. So we was taught a certain way, you know, like in a cult, you feel me? Sometimes I feel like shit we was learning like a cult, bro, whatever so say it goes, you feel me? And as I read and be learning about the spirituality and shit, my mind just really shift. I'm like, bro, we guys, you know. I start believing that we was guys and stuff, like everything is within us, you know, because we are connected with him. And my mind was just different. Like, people didn't want to be around me and stuff like. So that's really my breaking point. Like, I just snapped on them. Snapped on everybody. Said fuck everybody. I'm like, y'all understand? I was sleeping on the fucking floor to get a refund check. Saying that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't understand what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I just went through it, dog, and I had to apologize to my cousin wife, and then apologize to my cousin. I'm mad as hell. I was just pissed. I'm mad as hell I did that shit. And then I remember the next day I was just fucking miserable with my cousin. I snapped on. He called me like, "You good, man? I ain't never seen you like that." Like, man, I'm just fucking overwhelmed, bro. And another thing that was bothering me, I was going back to work. So at that time I was getting unemployment checks, and I was learning how to use money. I didn't want to go back to work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to go back to that lifestyle, that 9 to 5, and I like to grind for myself. I was putting all this money into like wholesaling, stocks. I was just really learning the game of wealth, and I'm like, fuck, I got bills to pay. You know, I was in my own first apartment. You know what I'm saying, in the city. So I was really just going through all these motions. So that was my breaking point. I probably had I had a whole bunch of them bitches though.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I done been around for a lot of people's breaking points. You know. You know, a lot of people's, I call it their moment or their episode. You know, everybody had an episode.
Everybody got that shit. I just seen that shit at my job.
But we gonna talk about that too. But you know, so I done seen it. I done seen episodes so many times, and I'm normally the one who has to calm the person down, or I gotta receive all the energy, the hate, and all these different things, just because you the one having to talk to this person, to counsel this person. But I can't really say that I had an episode, and that's how I know. When I have my episode, it's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always the one who got to be around. And I was talking to my brothers one day about that, man. And my brothers was, you know, getting mad at me. Man, you ain't, you know, been through what we been through. You ain't been there. And I was like, okay, imagine all the stuff we been through in this family. You know, all the stuff you been through, all the stuff you been through, all the stuff you been through. Imagine having to see all of that. You know what I'm saying? And receive it. You know what I'm saying? And then ain't never had your moment. You know? Like, imagine what that feel like. You know, like.
That's why I don't like calling people my problems.
You know what I'm saying? Well.
No, because that's kind of true. What you saying? You know?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, bro. It's not a bad thing because I was built for that. You know? I don't shun or reject the different things that I have to endure because I was built for that. Literally, God made me for that. I always tell my mom that, like, everybody in the family has a role. Like, that's my role. And it's not my role because I embrace it. It's my role because God just made me that way. It doesn't weigh me down like it weighs other people down like that. Like, I embrace it and I enjoy it. But I had this one moment when I broke my leg back in my senior year, high school, when I broke my leg. And I had came home from surgery, and I had never done drugs in my life. You know what I'm saying? But and I told them I didn't want to do drugs. When I broke my leg, I didn't have no drugs. They asked me, do you want morphine and stuff? Because I had just broke it, and they took me to the hospital. And they was like, yeah, you broke it. You want some morphine? I was like, nah, I don't want no morphine and stuff. They were like, you want Nepa? I said, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna just take it. So I literally was at the crib for like a week or something, just waiting for the swelling to come down. I had to take blood thinners so the swelling in my leg could come down. But when it went down, I went in, got surgery, and when I woke up, I was like, shit, man. I told the nurse, like, hey, man, whatever y'all got back there, I need it, man. Cocaine, morphine, I don't, whatever you got there, Percocet, whatever you give me, all that shit. I ain't never felt pain like that in my life. So I don't know what they gave me, but they gave me some medicine to take for like a week or two while I was at the house. And I think it was maybe the first night or second night, I was dehydrated. I was high off drugs, and I was constantly asking people to help me because I couldn't do nothing. Hey, can you adjust this pillow? Can you bring this to me? And in my head, people, they was getting tired of me. You know what I'm saying? Tired of me asking for stuff. And I was just, normally I retain it, but at that moment I couldn't hold it back. And I'm like, man, y'all motherfuckers, man, y'all don't care nothing about me, man. I'm always doing something for somebody. Nobody, y'all don't want to help me. Y'all tired of helping me, blah, blah, blah. I'm crying, I'm going off and shit because of the drugs. I just couldn't contain myself. And then when I came to, I was just like, dang, man, I was just losing my shit. And it really showed me like my family really loved me. You know what I'm saying? Like I always know my family love me, and I talk a lot of stuff on here. Like, man, I'm in the trenches. But that's not true. It's just when you got a mission in mind, a mission that you embarked on, and it wasn't the family's mission, then sometimes you can feel some certain type of way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my family loves me unconditionally and amazingly.
Yeah,
but that's like, hey man, I want to make a $10 million business. They don't love me enough for me to manifest a $10 million business in that way.
I don't think,
because we just supposed to love each other as people. You know what I'm saying? Like they love me enough for certain stuff, but it's just like
black people weren't taught to structure the family as a business.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's all it is. If you look at every family, they are structured.
That's what it is.
That's
we
all
are a
it
great
is.
family, but a horrible business.
That's
what it really is. We are a great family, but a horrible business. Man. I'm glad you put it like that.
No, because
we are a great family. We are a great family, but a horrible business.
My family great. I ain't gonna lie, cause my cousin Adrian, shout out to Adrian, cause he really trying to get us on some business stuff. Ain't nobody just taking it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I want to hop in, but I'm doing my own shit. You feel me? It's like, damn, I'm not neglecting, what you doing right now. It's like, damn, I just probably just need to listen to her and see. Or I've been going to the little Zooms and stuff, but yeah, we just we got a great ass family, bro. We talk to each other every day on the group chat. Me and my pops had a great conversation the other day, man. So we have a great family, but when it comes to business, they don't want to see that. They think it's spooky. But if you pay attention to the Bible, bro, that's what God wants you to do. It's more about financial than anything in there. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to set it up for generations to generations, bro. There's a reason why it's like that, but us don't see it like that. We just see praying, going up the under. If anybody tell you where I'm going,
I can't say that I know that one, but
where I'm going.
Yep. But
we got to get it after we did.
I think everybody reaches a breaking point. Eventually, everybody has a moment where they reach a breaking point, and it's a beautiful thing. It can get ugly at times, but
it's good because it's release.
Yeah, it's a release, man. It's a release.
No matter how it looked, that person is released. It's a.
Something else I was looking at. I was watching Comedy Hype, they news show, and I was watching what one of the OGs, Rashawn Khan, was saying. He was talking about, because they were saying, like, Will Smith, he need therapy. You need to go talk to a therapist. And he was talking about, like, man, them therapists we just be trying to get your money. You need somebody in your family that really care about you and love you, like your grandma, and you need to talk to your grandma. That's how we used to do it back in the old days. I want to talk about that. Do you think therapy is good? Is it necessary? And can you substitute it with people in your family that love you?
Yeah, lately, I've been trying to, like I said, the conversation with my father the other day, it was more like a therapy section. This what I do now. Pick and choose what I want to talk to certain people. You know what I'm saying? To get all my therapy attributes from. And I feel like it's only good, I don't know. I feel like it's good for couples. Just I don't know. I feel like it's good for couples. I don't know. That's a good question.
I feel like certain topics is better for, certain is not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just talk to somebody that you love.
Yeah.
And a lot of these conversations, you do need to have them. Well, I don't want to say you do need to have them, but they are better if you have them with the person that this energy is directed towards. But then, like you said, like, I didn't hear people say it all the time. Like, if you forgive yourself or you forgive that event, then you don't need to talk to that person. You don't need their forgiveness so they understand. I understand that part too. But sometimes, man, it's good to talk to somebody who doesn't know you. You know what I'm saying?
And I do that all the time. I do that all the time. People on the streets all the time. Bro, it'd be weird, bro. I'll be at the gym having a full-blown conversation.
Oh, real talk.
You know what I'm saying? I do that shit with my trainer. Man, I don't even give a fuck. I know the consequences. If I say something and it get back, I know the consequences. So I'm learning to let it out, but don't let that shit in at all. But people vent and therapeutic all day on the gram, on Twitter. And when they repost something, that's therapy. I know your mind. That shit's so deep. I can go deep on that, but I know where your fucking mind at.
Go deep then, man.
I mean, just like it's like you basically subconsciously letting us know how you feel and how you want to live and how you basically open this up to your mind. So it's kind of easy for me to be the man you want me to be.
Damn.
Bro, if I was single, bro, that shit'd be bad, bro. But if I was single, bro, it'd be bad for bitches, for women. I'm sorry. It'd be bad, bro. I would be a toxic motherfucker, bro. I know what type of nigga you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know what type of vibe you on. I know if you drink or smoke. You know what I'm saying? I know I can take you out for lunch. I know you want somebody mature. Well, I would play the role.
Damn.
Get that pussy and get on out.
Damn, man. What the
I'm keeping it, man. I'm keeping it real. They gotta know these things.
All right.
Like I be trying to tell, watch what you post,
bro.
You giving out too much. Oh damn! All I gotta do is that. Ugh. I'm in there, but I can't do that. So.
Okay, so one of the things we got a whole bunch of supporter questions. If you're not already in the text community, please text BTM to 1313-825-4140. I should have said that in the beginning of the show, and we have a fast because he mentioned fast in the beginning.
Yes, sir.
We have a fast coming up from April 1st to
April 5th.
April 5th.
With Daisy and Adora.
With Daisy and Adora. So if you haven't already jumped in the fast, if you want to join us on the fast, a 5-day juice fast, text JUICE to 1313-825-4140. But I need everybody who's listening and watching this episode to text BTM to 1313-825-4140 so I can add you in the text community so you can get updates. You can get updates on the different things that we have, merch drops, new episodes, events, anything. All right, so please do that. And we going through the questions that we sent out. We got a whole bunch of questions of topics that people wanted us to touch on for this new episode. One of the questions was being manipulated in relationships. How does it affect one's character as well as the mind? Have you ever been manipulated in a relationship?
I think I manipulated people in relationships. Hell yeah, I did. I don't know. Yeah, I probably have. I just don't know.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I don't think I ever manipulated anybody.
What's manipulating? Like, I need to know. Like, what's, because I probably done it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think. I mean, well, I think the biggest thing of manipulation is, and people don't realize manipulation is when you say you want things that you really don't. You know what I'm saying? Or you trying to get a certain, like you was talking about, you trying to get a certain reaction out of the person by putting on this front. But everybody say they really want to know the real you, but then when you show it to them, they don't really want to see it. But it's like, shit, do you want me to manipulate you, or do you want me to tell you the truth?
Better get to know this toxic man.
Because it's not even about being toxic, man. We all humans, man. Yeah. And that's something I wanted to talk about too, man. It's just like everybody got a story. You know, I was having a powerful conversation. I don't even want to dive too deep, but I was having a conversation with one of my homies, you know, and he told me something deep. And I said, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And he told me some deep shit, and it really just made me understand, like, bro, we don't even know shit about the closest person to us, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be some shit that's just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Bro, everybody got some shit. So it could be toxic, but it's just like, man, everybody got their own stuff, bro. And that's why it made me go back to that whole Jada thing, because I was listening to Dr. Umar Johnson. He was just talking about, like, man, you really can't. It's just women judging women out here, just like, oh, she don't deserve this.
Miserable.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Miserable. Miserable.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, bro. That shit, and it's so sickening. You just want to take some. Go to the next question, because I'm gonna go off.
Brandon asks, what do we need the most as a community to move forward?
Financial literacy, money.
Yeah.
Money.
I know I keep moving this cord, y'all. If y'all want, this cord.
Money.
I've been battling with this cord, but yeah, money. Yeah.
Money.
Well, it's not about the money. Okay,
literacy,
we need literacy. We need discipline. And you know, and just to speaking on what you speaking on, because we got the money, and we got that PPP, and we got that unemployment, and look what we did, we broke still. So it's like, okay, yeah, it wasn't the money. You know what I'm saying? It's the literacy and it's the discipline. Because you can have the literacy and you still ain't got the discipline. You can know what to do and not do it. So it's the discipline and the literacy. But with me, it's really the love. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to some of my homies from Philly. They pulled up. You know what I'm saying? The brothers, they pulled up from Philly, man, and we was chopping it up. And we was just talking about changing our communities, bro. You know what I'm saying? Changing our communities, really.
I don't know, bro. We keep going on that love shit. You ever seen New Jack City? He loved G Money. He still popped him. He got down on his knees and said, "Ain't I my brother's keeper?" Yes, I am. He loved G Money, but G Money crossed the line. So G Money gotta go.
I can't speak to that. Like I said, I never seen that, but
listen, love. I mean, we do. I mean, love is just an action, bro. Just a verb.
I was talking to like I said, I was talking to the young boys from Philly, man. My dog Keenan, man. They pulled up, man. Showed some love.
Shout out to Keenan, man.
Yeah, man. Showed some love, and they was giving me the game just on life and credit and all type of stuff. But then we started talking about what it's going to take to change the inner cities, you know, because it's violent out in Philly. You know what I'm saying? They get busy in Philly. They get busy in Detroit. They get busy around these parts.
They do.
So we was talking about how can we change it, and then one of the homies was saying, "Hey man, there ain't no way we can change it." You know what I'm saying? I just seen, you know, he just seen the violence. He just seen the bodies drop, his fender. He like, man, you can't tell them they wild out here. You know what I'm saying? But then I was just saying, like, it's really just about love, man. It's really about love. I know it, bro. I know it goes down around here. I know it goes down. But at the end of the day, in order to affect change in the little homie, you got to be patient with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're going to show him all the love. And I talked about this on the Courtney episode. You're going to show him all the love, and he ain't going to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because he don't know how to receive love. He don't know what love. He don't even know if you playing yet. You know what I'm saying? He don't know who you are. He got to feel you out, even if you show him love. You know what I'm saying? Some people got to see different things to get certain results. You can show this to him, and he might know you authentic. But this person, he just seen a lot of fakers. He just seen a lot of jokers, so he got to see something.
Yeah.
You got to put in some years. You know what I'm saying?
I just think that the community just need to be educated.
Man, it's about love, bro.
I mean, okay.
It's about love,
I can
man.
love you, but I can educate you and tell you how to do things how it's supposed to be done.
But then it's like, okay, the brothers get the education, they get the money that you're talking about, the education you're talking about, and then they lead the community.
Not if you educate them the right way. If they're educated, they won't leave.
It has to be love in the education.
Yeah, but
the education has to teach them to love themselves.
But the love is the action. I just want people to get away. I don't know, maybe because, I mean, love do conquer everything, but it's really the action. So if you educate me to not leave my woman, if you educate me to keep it in the family, if you educate me to eat the right things, if you educate me to keep my physical health, I will do it. You can love me all the way, just like your parents love you. They whoop you, or I ain't gonna say whoop you, but they do this. I mean, it's all love, yeah, at the end of the day. But did I receive it? Did I reciprocate it? No, not all of it. Some of it I resent against or rebel against it. But if you educate me, really break down and educate me, plant the seeds in me, take me where you need to be, make me feel like I ain't getting scammed, I'm learning all this, I ain't gonna have no choice but to stay here and make it more bigger. That's all I get with it. It's just educating it. We got the love. The love is there. Black people, it's not hard for us to love. We just not educated, bro.
We don't know how to love.
We don't, because we not educated on love. It goes back to that.
It got to be both. You got to educate people on how to love, and then people have to have a love for education. You got to have both, man. Because
they took both of it out.
The way we love people out here, bro, that love ain't right, man.
A lot of, like a guy killing his girlfriend. He love her because you cheated. Only way I can show you that I still love you, I gotta pop you, and it's messed up. But he love you so much that he have to pop you because you mess with his feelings.
I might have to cut that.
It sounded crazy, but no, like it's a lot of black. It sounded crazy, but you see all on the news every day. A black man killed a woman, whatever. A lot of black men, bro, they love hard, bro. They really do. And when a woman step out of line, or not even step out of line, they just do something that they don't like. They don't know how to control themselves, so they kill her. And it's like, this is stuff that goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see this every day on the news. Don't cut this out. They don't cut it out on the news. They see it. We see it every day.
It's true.
So what's the cause of it? The man just don't know how to love. I know I ain't never want to kill no one, but I've been like hurt before. Like, dang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you lose yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Through love. So we got to educate how to process that. Like, this is part of the game.
It's not really love. It's obsession, bro. It's some. It is love. It's love, but it's a mixture of things, man. Because do you love yourself? If you love yourself, it kills all that shit. If the self love is higher, But then that's not our priority. I didn't experience it. I'm saying this, and I didn't lost myself. Not, none of that whole concept that you talking about. But, I didn't lost myself, and it's just like, shit, I didn't love myself enough. Because if I did, I wouldn't even have dealt with this shit. I wouldn't even let it got me out, out of my character. Because when I'm losing it over, it's bad for me. You know what I'm saying? So if I love myself, I'd have let it go. But I understand exactly what you're saying, man. It's just, I don't even know what that's about, bro. Like, man.
Because, bro, a lot of people love hard, bro.
It's like that TikTok video of that dude saying, or it's a million TikTok videos. Somebody saying the hardest thing in life is to tell somebody all your secrets and your pain and stuff, and then they betray you. And but I don't know. It is a lot of that. People killing this person, doing this, doing that. Because people are so emotional.
Yeah, that's been happening since I was born.
And that's something that I wanted to talk about as well. Like, we talk about releasing.
Yeah.
And then I was watching a video with Jason Wilson. He was doing a podcast. I forgot what podcast it was. He was talking about releasing the trauma, but then also he was talking about something. It was discipline or something. It's like you got to have a moment where you can keep yourself under control too. Because we talking about releasing the trauma, but then there's moments where you got to be able to, like really just be on discipline mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really be on discipline mode, bro. So I completely understand
it,
bro.
It's just ain't nothing in the hood, bro. It's nothing in the hood. We got to create resources for people to put. Like I was talking to who I was talking to yesterday. Talking to somebody about, like, bro, school sucks. Math, science, English, social studies, art, gym. One of the most terrible schedules ever. Of course, these kids ain't gonna want to do nothing after they leave high school. Let's why they don't have VOTEC in 8th grade and 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade no more. Like, they need a cooking class, a hygiene class, yoga. Like, it's so many it's so many things that they need.
Yeah, man.
And and the only outlet and their only release is a school in the neighborhood. There's nothing else. So for us, let's go back to really that question. For us to move forward, bro, we have to get educated and disciplined and just put things in the community, bro. If you got $100,000 in credit, I got $100,000 in credit, that's $200,000. So we get 10 of us, that's $1 million. You get 10%, I get 10% of your business, you get 10% of my business. I get 10% of his business, he get 10% of that business. I get 10% of that business. You know what I'm saying? So all you got to make sure is I just get my 10%, you get your 10%. So everybody eating, everybody feeding off each other. That's how that shit go in the community, bro. It's like we got to really think like a boss. That's what a boss in the mafia. We got to move. I ain't trying to say like the mafia and shit, but we got to get that type of structure now. Because ain't no way Bill Gates got 294 some acres, or 30 acres. That's almost like 74% acres in the United States. The playtime is up. It's too many people playing. And like this situation that happened Sunday, like I laughed and joked about it, you know what I'm saying, with you know what I'm saying, my people. But like the next day, it was just like, bro, people still playing.
Well, I will say this, man. For this period that we're entering in time, business is important, money is important, literacy is important.
Resource is important.
Research, I think that's the number one thing.
The land, gold, and food.
You just hit it. You just hit it right on the head. It's not about the money. It's not about the literacy. It's about the resources. That's what it is. So if we get the resources and we can be able to feed ourselves and maintain ourselves, the rest of that don't matter.
It don't matter.
But
Putin just said that.
What I'm learning right now is, the vibrations is getting real.
It's shaking.
Real shaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep bringing it back to fractal time, right? So in the book, it talks about the world ended 5-6 times. Is what it says in the book, right? So you have all these different periods, and this is like, I forgot what period. This is like the 6th time it's supposed to end. The devil's number. Going back to the devil's number. So this period, and it was supposed to end. The time was 2012, right? When they said the mind said it was going to end, but they say that's just the middle of it. So the thing began before, and it's going to carry after.
I mean, if you pay attention to the cycle, emperors rise, emperors falls. Emperors rise, emperors falls. So in this lifetime we here, we will see some rise, we will see some falls. If we ever come back, we will see some rise, we will see some falls. The cycles will continue. It's a big stage, baby.
We in the dark part of the cycle is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we is. And then we're gonna come back to the light.
We in the dark part of the cycle,
and it's gonna go back to the dark.
And,
go back to the light.
And what's gonna matter in this part in time, is really just about inner happiness. That's what matters right now. You know, and inner happiness and being able to take care of yourself with those resources that you're talking about.
Land, food, and gold.
Because, like, man, people is really living good out here, man. And they really just can't even enjoy their lives because of looking at other people. That's why I have to unplug, you know. And I'm gonna go on a journey. I feel it very soon. You know what I'm saying? Man. And when I come back from my journey, I'm gonna have great sustenance. But I'm about to go on a journey, man, because I done been on social media, man, every day,
too long,
consistently for the past 4 to 5 years. Every day, I haven't missed a day. I used to put out content, 6 to 7 pieces of content every day. So my brain is different, you know what I'm saying, than a normal person. And
instant gratification. You got instant gratification.
I do
we
have
all
that.
Do right now.
I do have that.
I do too.
And I think one of the biggest things is I done been in it for so long. It's done things to my brain, you know, seeing all these different things, and I have to unplug trauma. Expectations. It gives me anxiety because I ain't got the
nice chain,
$100,000 Cuban.
I ain't got the Cuban. I ain't got the Wraith.
I ain't pulling up in that, you know, that Ghost. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got that cheese
with the butterfly door. You know, so all these different things, right? And
it's time, bro.
My time is coming. You know what I'm saying? My time is coming for my.
I know you've been feeling on my end, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I've been. Bro, I gotta unplug, bro. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do nothing, bro. It's time to, because, bro, how I'm gonna reset? How I'm gonna detox? I gotta reset, bro. I have to reset. And I ain't gonna lie, it's not, if you did 4 or 5 years on, you then ain't gotta do 4 or 5 years off.
I'm feeling that way, man. I'm feeling that way.
Bro, you gotta go, you have to unplug and rewind everything.
I just feel like I would feel more complete if I did that. Like, I don't even remember what my life was like before I got on social media. I got on social media when I was in 11th grade. I had never been on social media before then.
Yeah, I think
so. When I got on social media in 11th grade, I don't even remember what I was thinking like or what I was doing. Like, I'm always on it because it's a job. And I've amassed millions of followers over several platforms. So I wasn't just on it heavy like somebody else. I went in on it for business, and I killed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, okay, well, I did what I had to do. I proved what I had to prove. A lot of the respect I wanted to get, I didn't get it. A lot of respect that I wanted to get, I did get it. I got some respect. I didn't get other respect. You know what I'm saying? I hope people appreciated what I put out while I put it out. But my time is coming. You know what I'm saying? My time of
we gotta move.
Self-reflection is coming, and that retreat is coming because I want them to see that. You know what I'm saying? To see, you know, that full nature aspect. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want them to see it. You just gonna come join. You come join. I ain't got time to record that. I got time to live it. If you want there, you want there. I mean, it's cool. But if you weren't there, you weren't there.
We got to, man. We got to record it. You want to know why? Because what inspired me to do this show was me seeing another show when I was in 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? I was watching the Day and Night podcast by Trey Good. And I was watching him, and he was breaking down.
You're right, because if I ain't never seen A Different World, Will Smith and Martin, I would have never did.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing them, and I'm like, man, he talking about anxiety. And, you know, I'm like, damn, that's me. That's the inception for this whole show. Me seeing the show when I was in 10th grade. And it took me, 6 years to manifest my own show. But he planted the seed. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else planted the seed.
Will Smith.
So when they see it, it's what expands the mind. I ain't never gonna stop doing this podcast. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So like it's just about constantly giving those messages. You know, it's about constantly giving those messages. I don't see the end of this podcast, but in terms of my social media involvement, I do see a break or a period of time where I have to step away. Gotcha. And I know it's hard for people to understand because it's just like, man, you put out so much positivity. You put out. I just don't want to. I don't want to hear people's thoughts anymore.
That's all.
I want my thoughts to be the only thoughts in my head. Bro. I'm tired of hearing other people's thoughts. Yes. Now I really can understand
yourself.
I can't understand the schizophrenic, but it just really put you in that zone because my brother, he's schizophrenic. He suffers from schizophrenia, and I can't even take seeing people's thoughts. I can't take hearing people tell me their thoughts. I'm tired of hearing people's thoughts, bro. I literally forgot what it felt like. bro, I really, one of the biggest things I love is when I travel to like a small town, you know what I'm saying? And then I just go eat at like a deli or some shit, you know what I'm saying? And normally you just in the small town because you're trying to get to a big town, you know what I'm saying? You're traveling to this big town, so you're in a small town right now just to, you know, get some rest and go. But I love living in that small town or just being in that small town and just like forgetting that there's a bigger world out there, because it is a bigger world, but it's really about what I want, man. It's about every moment that I'm experiencing. I know they experiencing this moment there at Rolling Loud right now and they doing this and that, but it's no more beautiful moment than this moment right now because I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And I live this experience through this vessel. So wherever I am, that's the most latest moment on the earth. And I can't experience that right now how I used to experience it because I'm seeing everybody's moment. I want to lock back into my moment and experience my moments. Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm not experiencing it to the fullest level that I wanted to.
Hey man, I'm logging out.
Yeah,
I'm logging out, bro. You can't just preach that shit. I'm logging out, bro. It's time, bro. I'm logging out. Like nigga gotta. It's 5-day fast. I gotta recharge. I gotta heal, bro. You gotta go back into reality, bro.
Yeah. My time is coming, but it's a sad thing, bro. It's like I said,
it's a great thing.
They turned me into something different, man. They turned me to something. Life turned me to something different, bro. Life turned me to something different. I can't lie to you, bro. And because I really would love to just detach tonight, but it's just like, man, I got so many things I got to get to change my reality. But my reality is beautiful already. But it's just like, something was planted in me, and I don't know if it's social media. I know it's not social media. It's just, it probably is. It's just seeing what other people have, and it's like, damn, why don't we have that? There's no way that they can have that and I can't have it. Because it's a hell of a thing not to be born into a trust, to be born into inheritance, because that's ungodly and that's unnatural. I honestly feel like I was supposed to be born with unlimited potential. Like I literally have opportunities and different things in so many areas of the planet that I can't tap into because I don't have an inheritance.
You are. We all have inheritance. And born into you said trust in everything that is godly. You just got to know who you are.
It is godly. Yeah. I said it's ungodly to not be born into a trust, to not have an inheritance. That's true. That's ungodly.
And we all, what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true. And
because I have so many different things that I could do, so many opportunities, so many things that I want to experience. But right now, it's just like, damn, I really have to fight every day. I got to fight this machine in order to change my reality and my family's reality, bro. And it's crazy that I got to be the one. And the reason I know that I'm the one and the reason you know you the one is because people ain't even thinking about this at this time.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so many. I don't even want to say I am the one, but it's just, sometimes you just get that feeling when you sit down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be around the people that are the ones. It's like everybody I'm around are the ones trying to break the cycle for their family. Like literally, bro. From mentors to my paralegal, to you, to my man, to my cousin, to my boy, to my other homeboy. Like, it's crazy. Everybody I'm with or I'm around are the Jesus of their families. They all trying to break the cycle. And it's crazy. It's like, damn. I
almost gave up, man. I be really ready to give up this whole pursuit of money. Ready to give up this whole pursuit of money and wealth and kingdom and all this generation, all that other shit. Like, I really be at a point where it's just like, that's my breaking point. That's the breaking point that I fear, or I don't fear, but I feel it coming on. Where I'm just like, you know what? If y'all don't want the things that we should have, I don't want it either. Like, I want it, but I don't want it enough to give it to everybody. Like, forget it.
I ain't gonna lie. Like,
I'm gonna wait on the next generation. Now I understand why older generations be like, man, we gonna wait on them to break this cycle. We gonna wait on them to break this cycle. Because it's just like, man, you marching out here and then nobody wanna march with you. It's just like, bro, I'm tired, bro.
I just feel like that's all it is. That's all it is. People just doing it wrong. That's a smarter way to do it.
Oh, it is.
You just gotta find it.
We go faster together. You know what I'm saying? We go faster together, but we don't want to work together. Yeah. But then you just got to find the ones who want to work together. You got to find those like minds. But yeah, bro, I think we move faster when we don't have all those thoughts in our head. I'm tired of hearing other people's thoughts. And that's what that whole, to bring it all full circle, that's what this whole Will Smith situation with Chris Rock taught me. Yes. I'm tired of hearing people's thoughts. Like, and it really taught me how sick people's thoughts is, how everybody feel like they right about everything, how everybody is not going to tell the truth until this time, and how much Hollywood controls a lot of people, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We not on code. I'm tired of seeing that, bro. Because that's not reality.
It's not.
The fact that we just said, man, our uncle would go walk up to my other uncle and smack dude in the face, and it's normal. But now we see something on TV and it's, oh my God, this is the end of the world. Like, this stuff happens, bro. But you so plugged out of reality, you can't see life for what it really is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just like, bro, this stuff, I don't want to be a part of it, at least not right now.
I mean, it said to be, man, you got, man, leave the world. That's how I be looking like that. I got to leave the world alone. That's how I feel like Will Smith got to do. He got to detox his damn self. Like, bro, he got to leave the world alone. Like, tired of you motherfuckers. Because they been on him. And that's going to be us. Trying to keep up with y'all. Man, I'm glad he did that shit, man. Niggas need to see that. He did a culture shock. It was so many messages in that smack.
Yeah. That's what Keke Palmer said in one of her videos she posted online. She was just saying it's like you reset the culture, and I relate that. It reset the culture.
Reset the culture, because a lot of you motherfuckers think y'all on that whole ass app talking all that BS. Man, none of y'all won't even say that in person. And if you do, you're gonna get smacked.
And I'm a man of principle, man. Ain't nobody finna disrespect my wife in front of my face, and it's coming upon me to like, hey, it's the right time and the right place. Man, shut up.
Ain't no right place, man. People, you know what I'm saying? Simple.
See, because, and I told you this, and I'm going to leave y'all with this, man, because y'all the same people who be saying, hey, man, I don't care what's going on. If somebody hit my mama, somebody hit my wife, if a cop do something to my wife, I'm jumping in. You going to lose your life in a situation with a cop messing with somebody that you love, but you're not willing to smack a nigga in his face for disrespecting your wife? You're not willing to lose some money or go to jail for a minute, but you willing to lose your life over altercation with a cop?
Like I said,
you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas cap, bro.
The whole principle ain't even about Jada. It's about keep my family name. Just keep leave me alone.
It's about protecting your family. It's about standing on principle.
It's protecting my peace. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. You feel me? I'm tired. I'm just tired. Now, I'm tired. A lot of people think they can't get smacked for your words, bro. You can. And it's consequences behind it. I have to learn that myself. I'm still learning to keep my mouth closed, bro. It's consequences behind these lips. And if I say the wrong thing, it got, it backfire, but I'm willing to stand through it with all. Because if you're going to do something, do something. That's where I'm at now.
And imagine how many times he didn't slap somebody. Man. This was just his breaking point. This was just his breaking point.
Pow! This our episode called Breaking Point.
I was just about to say that. The breaking point. Hey, man, y'all tune in next week for another episode of Breaking the Machine. Text BTM to 1313-825-4140. Make sure y'all stay tapped in, man. I love y'all, man. This is Mod the Poet, Spank the Bank, Breaking the Machine. That's a wrap. You dig?
You dig.